Hello there, and welcome to Tales of the Jedi Justice Review. It is I, the Jedi Holocron, Tyler. Joining me as always, the Sith Holocron, Naomi. How you doing today?
Pretty fire.
Pretty fire.
We got Star Wars. So
Star Wars, big Star Wars day. Lots of Star Wars.
Yeah.
We just saw Count Dooku as a Jedi.
Jedi Dooku.
For the first time ever. And it was interesting.
Yeah.
Because he's kind of woke.
Yeah.
Because we see the darkness in him.
Yeah.
But also, he's out here doing it for the right reasons. And I'm like, yeah, let's go, Dooku. Fucking murder this man.
Yeah. I've always been a big fan of Dooku. Just in the sense that I love the idea of, like...
A Jedi turned Sith?
I mean, yeah, not that it's, like, a super original idea in Star Wars, but just, like...
No, not at all.
Given his, like, age and status with the Jedi...
When he was older when he turned.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. He wasn't a young man when he turned. And just, like... I like that idea. And I feel like... Because, like, Dooku doesn't really do much whenever we see him.
Yeah, as a Sith, yeah.
Like, he doesn't really do anything, but he's also, like, 98. So, you know, he's old as fuck. But I've always been an avid Dooku defender, because I always think he's interesting.
Yeah. Was he a Separatist?
Yeah, he was the leader of
He was the leader of the Separatists. Grievous wasn't the leader. He was just the leader of the droid army.
Okay. Dooku was the, like, Palpatine. He was, like, the Chancellor of the Senate.
Yeah.
For the Separatists. Mm-hmm. And, yeah, Grievous was their lead general of the army. Mm-hmm. We don't see a whole lot of the Separatist Senate. We see it a couple of times in the Clone Wars, but yeah, he is, like, the Chancellor. Obviously, we know Palpatine is the real leader of the Separatists, but...
See,
Dooku was the face.
Yeah, I'm intrigued because I feel like he very much seems in this episode like someone who would be like, the Senate's not serving you well enough. We need to form an empire where it serves you.
Yeah.
But, like, were the Separatists that?
I mean,
it's interesting because I feel like I see why he would think the Empire is a good idea and why he would become a Sith, maybe. But, like, do we know the exact reason why he turns?
I mean, I think it's disillusion with the way that the current system works and and the way that the Jedi operate in particular.
I'm sure, honestly, we might get in these last two episodes with him. But I was just curious because, like, it seems like when he's about to kill this man, I'm like, let's go. Yeah. Like, fuck it, YOLO. Like, he's not being good to his people. We don't need that. But also, like, that's kind of what the Empire was kind of about, but, like, all wrong.
I mean, he was on board with the idea of the Empire, because he...
Well, yeah, he was with Palpatine. Of course he was.
The only part of the plan he was not privy to was the fact that he was meant to die.
Yeah.
But, like, I think the Separatists in general, especially to him, were just a front.
For Dooku?
Yeah, I think the Separatists, like, were a front to eventually create the Empire, because obviously that was the plan, was create this enemy force so that the Senators and the Republic would have something to be afraid of to continue giving Palpatine power until he can make the Empire. Yeah. And then they just get rid of the Separatists after that. Because
the Separatists become the Empire, for the most part.
No, the Separatists become the Rebellion.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. Like, him being the Separatist leader is also interesting to me. This is how he is in this episode, too. Because the Separatists aren't all bad people.
No. We don't explore that as much as I would like to.
I was going to say, I feel like we don't explore what the Separatists stood for enough in Star Wars.
There are, like, 3 or 4 episodes in the Clone Wars where we see, like, Ahsoka learns the lesson that, like, not all Separatists are evil. And, like, a lot of them just, like, genuinely do see the real corruption in the Senate. Like, the Separatists are correct. There is corruption in the Republic Senate.
That's why it seems like I'm also on board with Dooku in this episode.
Yeah.
Because, like, he's not wrong.
They just didn't realize that they got duped into following the same guy.
Yeah.
Which makes the Separatists really tragic, which is why I want to explore more of, like, the Separatists, like, the Separatist ideals. Just, like, because, like, a lot of them turned into the Rebellion.
Yeah.
Like, because they
either
hated...
the Empire, like a lot of them turned into the Rebellion, but I'm sure there were some Empire people too.
No, yeah, of course there were.
They're very much probably like split, like who joined what.
Yeah, but it's interesting to think of that, like that. Yeah, some of them, because like in a way, the Separatists, at least the Separatist like senators and people, were to a degree kind of part of the good guys.
Yeah,
they knew Palpatine was corrupt. They knew the Senate was ineffective. And they knew all of this, because it was all true.
They're the Saw Gerrera of the...
No, yeah, they really are, which is ironic.
That's so funny.
The thing is just that their corruption at like, the military level and, like, Dooku level makes them evil because, you know, a lot of it is not, you know... A lot of them aren't super aware of, like, atrocities that the Separatists commit on, like, planets that they invade.
It almost makes Dooku a little tragic, because, like, how... He has the right idea, but he goes about it the wrong way and like gets duped and stuff. And
yeah, he definitely. I feel like
he kind of becomes what he stands against.
Yeah,
which is interesting. I'm sure we'll explore that more in this next episodes or two. But
yeah,
fucking fascinating.
That's why I've always found Dooku to be really interesting, because I think it has to do with the way that they've always like talked about his turn. It wasn't so much like a corruption and more like just being disillusioned.
Yeah.
Was how they always made it sound, and we will definitely see more of it if it is that, or if it's more like corruption-y, more like Anakin. But I like the idea that it's just like, he just realizes like, yeah, this shit is not effective. Mm-hmm. We're not doing a good job.
Yeah.
Like, the Jedi are becoming more like, what's the word? What's the word? Like, just like shitty, but I can't remember the word that I'm thinking of because I'm having a...
I think I know what you're trying to say, but I can't think of the word either. Like, they're very, I don't know.
They're very, like, hubristic.
Yeah,
and, like,
hubris.
All in their own hubris, and they're very... What's the word when you, like, say something is bad, but you're doing the thing that you're saying is bad? Yeah, they're very hypocritical.
Yeah. They're very much like, we got this shit under control, even though they don't realize they don't, but they're like, we have all this power to stop people from doing bad. Why would we not stop them?
Like, because until Palpatine gets involved, there is, like... Yeah, like we were just saying, like, Dooku's not wrong.
Yeah. They kind of... This is going to be a hot take. Jedi, especially during this era, are kind of just like cops.
I mean...
In, like, some of the bad ways.
No, yeah. Like, yeah, not so much the cop analogy, but I know, like, the prequels were very much intentionally written to be like, yeah, the Jedi were, like, bad. Like, the Jedi Order sucked.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that was the whole point.
They're incompetent. They're like cops. They're supposed to be there to do right by the people, but they don't.
The only thing is they don't do as much brutality as the cops.
Yeah, they don't do as much brutality, but...
They don't beat up minorities.
Yeah.
But they are just, like, hypocritical and...
Yeah.
Arrogant. Yeah, they have some very cop-like traits.
Yeah.
For sure. They don't really, a lot of the time, you know... Not super helpful a lot of the time, unless you bend the rules.
They're too loyal to, like, the system, where the system is fucked.
They're too dogmatic.
Yeah.
They are too non-flexible, dogmatic, and stuck in their ways. They're too afraid of change.
Man, George Lucas fucking woke.
Yeah, kinda. Like, the whole storyline of the prequels is very much, like... Very, like, because being stuck in the ways and all that is very, like, conservative.
Yeah.
Very woke.
Yeah. What an episode. I'm ready to move on to the next one, though.
Yeah.
And I love... And I also want to shout out real quick, I love the animation style. It's so good. It's, like, kind of like... It reminds me of, like, the artists I like so much, where, like, you can see on their stuff, like, little, like, blemishes, but it, like, works really well.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how to describe it.
There's a word for that style, but yeah, I don't know what it is. But I love it. This is, like... I'm always craving more animated Star Wars.
Yeah.
I love to see beautiful animation, and I love seeing, like, when they, like, how they just keep getting better at it, and then, like, doing it in, like, slightly different ways, like, different art styles with the animation. Like,
you're like, we need more visions because we need more lollies.
That's not the reason.
No, it's the art style, but yeah.
But like the art style's dope, and I love fighting and animation.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, let's move on to the next one.
Yeah, like, subscribe, share, comment down below, and tell us what you thought of Justice and Dooku. And tell us if you think Star Wars needs to talk about the Separatists more. Because I don't think we've done a good job of fleshing them out.
Yeah.
And until next time, Dookie!